Alright guys, so a quick update on what's going on car number 2. So far, work has finally started commencing on car number 2, and from what I know is currently now measuring the center tunnel hole that is needed for the gearbox lever to come in to see if it's wide enough or not. Currently, from the looks of it, it should be wide enough. And the next thing they gotta do is they need to install the clutch and flywheel, everything, to make sure everything fits, and then start working on the gearbox mounting, and also need to modify the tail shaft, long shaft or propeller shaft depending on which country you're from. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that's all that's needed to be done to make the car run, and no more modification is needed to be done. But from my experience with modified cars, there's definitely that one or two things that need further modification. So hopefully, yeah guys, hopefully it won't take too long. I will do my best to keep coming here to take as much footage as possible. As you know, I cannot be here 24/7 because I'll be in the way of people working on other cars. So yeah, hopefully the car will be running soon. What's up guys? So if you have been watching my video since the early days, you would definitely remember this Impreza, because this is my ex-Impreza, which I did a J-turn video on it. And also join a Gymkhana event once. So yeah, it is good to see this Impreza once again. It is still healthy and still running, and it's still in Penang Island. What's up guys? So as you can see, car number 2 is finally out of the workshop and is now at the exhaust shop because I need to get the gearbox mounting fully welded, and also I need to redo the exhaust because it's too loud. So car number 2 is almost complete, but the only issue now is the power steering rack actually stopped functioning. It's a electric power steering rack, so now the power steering rack and the RPM meter isn't working. It used to work, but now it isn't. So I need to find a way to reconnect back the RPM meter, because from what I understand is the electric power steering rack will not engage unless it senses RPM signal. So the issue now is the RPM signal is not there, RPM is not working, hence the power steering rack is not working. So yeah, definitely have to solve that. Once I solve the issue, then I can get the car in for inspection and get everything done. So yeah, today is like a GT86 day here, because like my car number 1 is here, car number 2 is here, and then there's another puny red GT86 right there. Definitely a GT86 field day here.
整部 gasket
啊，这应该不 gasket。
小声啊！
可以放才能说嘛。要不要安静？
那个安静。
那个呢？
这个较细声。
这个是这样，用我哩较细声。
你声较有，这个较大声。
对，用我哩较细声。 Alright guys, as you can see, this is the very next day I even got my haircut done. So yesterday after the gearbox mounting has been welded up and also the exhaust changed, while I was waiting for the tow truck to come, I actually noticed that once after the car has its very first start, and when you switch it off, then it's kind of hard to start it once again. So while waiting for the tow truck, I actually came home and brought my laptop out and plugged into the ECU to see what's actually going on, and I actually found out that there is RPM signal going into the ECU, because the ECU is actually reading RPM, so there must be something wrong from RPM signal from the ECU output to the meter cluster itself, which is kind of annoying because without that RPM signal to the RPM, the electric power steering would not engage. So until now the power steering is still not working. But what I found out why the car so hard to start, especially after the very first startup, is because the radiator fan isn't working, and actually no one noticed it because the car haven't actually been driven. So when I was hooking the laptop up the ECU, I was reading like, hold on, something is very wrong with the water temp, because the water temp just keep going up and up and up until to a point that it reached 80, 81, it keeps going up until 83. I shut the car off. Then I went to check the radiator fan and then found out there is no power going to the radiator fan. So I believe that's the main reason why after the first startup, the second startup seems hard, because I think the engine was very hot, so the ECU doesn't want to start the car to protect the engine. The ECU is getting RPM signal, but something is wrong from the ECU output to the meter cluster over there. And FU ratio on idling is definitely nice, because the perfect ratio will be 14.7, which is lambda 1, so it's very close, which is good. Coolant temp seems a bit high because I think they are getting the reading from the engine block, but the fan is working, so the fan will start turning on when it's around 92, 93, and then it cut off when it goes back down to around 89 or 88. And so far fuel trim is 0 because I'm not on throttle, and fuel pulse, yeah, still little work that need to be done, but I have to figure out some wiring issues and stuff to make everything work, especially because main problem now is without the RPM I'm still okay, we can work that out later, but there's no, the electric power steering isn't engaging, so that would be an issue. So now the car has been towed back to the workshop. Yeah, hopefully can get that done and get car number 2 on the road as soon as freaking possible, because it has been like what, 3-4 months now since we got the car. So yeah, it's been a bit way too long. But anyhow, I will keep you guys posted and updated as frequent as possible regarding the process of it. And hopefully you guys will keep supporting my YouTube channel by subscribing to it and sharing this video out and giving it a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys next time.